This afternoon I had a conversation with a client of mine that really disturbed me. She was talking about billing for her services last month, $125,000, and yet she collected $50,000. Now, if you do the arithmetic, that means that she collected 40% of everything she billed last month. Now, in financial terms, the realization rate is only 40%. And in any business, if you collect less than 100% of what you're billing out, you've got some serious trouble. Our first national law firm, Finley Cumble, was so successful because their whole focus was on the realization metric of success. In other words, they were hard-driving lawyers who drove hard to collect everything they billed. That is something that I think in today's economy is just absolutely disastrous if we lose sight of. So our tip today is to not only bill appropriately, but collect everything you bill. If you collect less than 95% of what you're billing, you've got some serious trouble. Let me give you a few tips, if I may, in the time allotted to us that might help you collect more of what you bill. First, keep in touch with your clients. Know where they are, what they're doing, and what their business is like. In today's economy, they may suffer and suffer quickly. So you'll have to keep in touch with them. Never call yourself in order to collect a bill. Always have somebody in your office with a good personality, a sweet voice, a soft voice, whatever. Make the call. And the reason I say that is because if you call, your client is expecting you to either want more business or to discuss the current business that you're doing for them. If you start hounding them to collect money, as many lawyers do, then you're confusing the role. In other words, are you the salesperson? Are you the production person? Or are you the financial person? And once you confuse those roles with your client, they will stop taking your calls, which makes your collection efforts all that much more difficult. Next, when you do call, i.e. when somebody in your office calls, use the dial and smile routine. Now, very simply, this is a process by which you can call them, find out whether they received the invoice, if they did, whether they understand it, if they didn't understand it, deal with it. If they did understand it, did they have any problem with it? If not, when can you expect payment? I have a script in the book published by the American Bar Association entitled Collecting Your Fee, Getting Paid from Intake to Invoice. And I suggest you take a look at that script. It's really very simple, but very, very effective. And as I say, communication then becomes very, very important. And the last step is to follow up. If your client promises to pay you on Tuesday, December 3, and you don't have a check or cash in hand by Tuesday, December 3, then by Wednesday, December 4, you need to do something. It's better to terminate a relationship with a client when they owe you less than when they owe you more. In today's economy, your attention to the realization concept is essential for your economic livelihood. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.